What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are putting wheels on all the cars. Winter is coming to an end, so the weather's getting nicer. Season's approaching, so what way better than to put some wheels on all the cars, and get them all looking nice. This video will probably span for the length of a few days, and yeah, we'll just be throwing wheels on all the cars, and I will be telling you all the specs on all the wheels that I run, including spacers and everything. But yeah, let's get into it. We'll do the ND first, so we'll put the Enkeis on. All right, so here are the wheels. You guys have seen these before. RS Evolutions, really old school wheel. These came off a 240, so they're 4x114, but we have spacers slash adapters that we run. They're pretty beat up, but for what I got them for, really cheap, nice wheels. So in order to run the wheels, we're actually running some 25mm adapters. So these go from the 4x100 stock wheelbase to the 4x114. You guys have seen this before. We'll just do this real quick. All right, there we go. The wheels are on. Tires are a little flat because they've been sitting outside, but if I didn't mention it before, these are 17x8 plus 38, and then we also have a 25mm spacer, so you guys do the math on that one. These fenders are rolled. They're not pulled at all. Fits pretty good. This will drop, don't worry. The fitment isn't that bad. I just took it off the jack, so yeah, this is for the ND. I'll just wrap it the other side, and then that'll be one car done. Always make sure you are torquing everything, all right? Especially when you have adapters slash spacers on. You want to be as safe as possible. Get like a crowbar to keep it still. Make sure everything is torqued. You don't want your wheels falling off. And you also don't want to just send it with like an impact gun, and your wheels could also fall off then. And just in case you were wondering, which I know no one's wondering, I label everything, guys. Everything is labeled. Driver rear adapter. I even have the wheel labeled somewhere on the inner barrel, but yeah, everything is labeled. Everything, right? Just to keep some uniformity and everything straight, keep it how I was driving before. All right, guys, so this is what I mean. So the spacer is on, but it's not tight. The front wheels have no axles or e-brake, so it's kind of hard to tighten it because it'll just keep spinning. So that's why I put a crowbar, and it's like leaned up like this, so when you tighten it, when it pushes forward, it gets stopped by the crowbar on the ground. So yeah, I'll show you guys how it works. I'll even reverse it a little bit so you guys see it catch. But as we tighten it, it keeps it in place, so everything is not moving, and you can actually torque down your spacer. This trick is very useful, especially when you're by yourself. All right, so that's a done deal for the ND. Sorry about all the background noise. I do live in the city, so it's pretty active. But yeah, this car is kind of been neglected, and it's a little bit rough right now. Hopefully this summer I'll have more time and put more effort into this car, because she needs some saving. But yeah, for now, she's all done. Let's move on to the next one. Before we get into this car, I forgot to say, the NA actually already has wheels on. We have some Revolution racing wheels. These are pretty cool. These are 15x9 plus 12. The fenders are rolled, maybe pulled just a tad bit, and I do have negative, I think 5 in the front, so it may not fit in the front for most people. In the rear, it tucks very nicely, has a little bit of poke. It actually had some Advan TC4s on before this, so yeah, that explains why we're not working on this car. But funny enough, I found a set of Advan TC4s for this car. So we will be putting some TC4s on this. So it's been sitting for a while, and I'm not sure if it'll start, but we'll see. Well, she's super dead, so no cold start. Looks like we're not working on the FD. This does not want to start. FD problems, I guess. I guess we'll just change the wheels on this side and see how it looks. All right, guys, small little update. We got the front wheel on, and this look good. I'm not gonna lie, these tires are too big now. These are some big rubbers, but Yeah, man, this thing looks way different with these on. I haven't dropped it down yet. I had doubts that they would really fill out the fender. They're a little bit sunk, but honestly not that bad. We're gonna need smaller tires for sure. This fender isn't rolled, hence why there's like a little buckle here. So we'll need to roll this for sure. But I think if it just sits on it, it'll be fine. Yeah, these TC4s suit the car and the kit super well. I mean, there's nothing wrong with these. It's just, in my opinion, the silver and the gold don't really go together. Let me drop this bad boy and we'll torque it down and kind of see how it looks. It won't look officially how it's supposed to just because the coils will need to settle, but we'll get an idea. I mean, honestly, it looks really, really great just in the air. It transforms the look of the car so much. Yo, that shit is hard. Oh my god. That is actually nice. Holy, that fitment is, that's not bad. That fits good, man. You know, we might not need different tires. Yeah, that's nice. Definitely gonna throw on the rears now. But there's a slight problem with the rear. I got some big daddy fatty tires. So we'll see if they even fit. The rear isn't rolled either, so. By the way, the front is an 18x9 plus 35. I thought it'd be too weak, but man, that fits nice. It's a little bit sunk. I mean, if you look at it like that, but if we're not going for anything too aggressive, that's pretty perfect. I was most excited for this car too because, I mean, I've seen all my other cars with wheels on them, but this car we haven't really touched that much, so. Super ecstatic, super happy right now. Let's do the rear. All right, got the rear in the air and got the rear tire taken off. So this looks really nice, right? Pretty wide. It's 245/40, pretty beefy. Maybe like a 9-inch wheel, right? Same as we have in the front. But look at what we have for the rear. Some big 275/40s on a 18x10. This thing is huge, man. I've never had anything this meaty, this wide. And man, this shit is ridiculous. I don't really have time to adjust the rear. Actually, I could. No, let me not get in trouble. But yeah, this thing is fat. So we'll see how it fits, if it even fits. It's an 18x10 plus 35, so offset should allow it. Usually I see people like running 18x10.5 plus 22 or 9.5 plus 22, so there's a bit of wiggle room with this setup. Let's throw it on and see how they fit. All right guys, we have the second wheel on, and honestly this might be a banger too. Maybe a little bit more sunk than the fronts, I can already see, but we actually don't have rolled fenders, so this might be perfect. Let's drop her down and see how she looks. Oh, it's close. Let it go. Oh, it's right on top. Little gap. Let's try and push down a little bit. There we go. Wow, that actually looks really good. Holy shit. Oh man, I love these. Fuck yeah. Excuse my language, but this is nice. Man, that is aggressive. Holy. Rear still needs to come down a smidge, but we do need to roll the fenders. Maybe front's a tad bit, but I'm sold. This is a good pickup, and I've had these for like maybe 5 months just waiting, so this is long awaited. Like, man, I really wish the car would start, but like I said, FD problems. But yeah, wheels done on the FD for now. Get one last look of it before we move on to the STI. I like this. All right, STI time. What's good, guys? It's been like 2 days since we last recorded that clip with the FD, but it's right before I have to clock into work, and yeah, we have a little bit of time. I think the wheels, hopefully they're in the front of the storage unit. I can just grab and put them on. But yeah, right now we're in the STI. we're putting on some work Emotion T7Rs, some really nice wheels that like I've wanted for a while. These are 18 by 9.5 plus 38, and I just bolt them straight to the hub. I think we have maybe like a few degrees of camber all around, maybe like, or actually I think I'm straight in the rear, and then in the front maybe like -1 or 2. Very common setup for GD chassis, and you know, works out for me. So the gate is actually closing right now, so that's perfect. This place doesn't really open till 9:30, which is when I would want to get out. So hopefully those gates stay closed and it's a little bit more insulated in here, and at least the wind isn't running through. But yeah, let's change these wheels real quick before I have to go to work. So thankfully I left the wheels right on the outside, so boom, here we go. They're a little bit dusty, but as you can see, I always label. That'll come off with some rubbing alcohol, but here are the wheels, and we'll get car number 3 done. All right, and just like that, 5 minutes later, one side is on. All right, so the gate actually opened, but it's okay. We're working up a sweat, so it's like a nice breeze. But there it is. The STI wheels are on. Took all of like 15 minutes. But yeah, let me get to work. And yeah, I'll pick this up later, give you guys a better look. All right, everything's put away, and I was just about to leave, but I almost forgot to torque my wheels. Guys, never forget to torque your wheels. Your wheels will definitely fall off. All right, here's a better look of the car. The rear definitely needs to come down, 100%. I don't know how I was rocking it like this before, but yeah, this is the setup. There it is. So rear needs to come down, but I think honestly it'll clear with these tires. I had another set of 255 35s and they didn't clear, but these look like they will camber in nicely once it's lowered. I don't want to lower it too much. The front already scrapes on speed bumps, and this is just a daily driver, so we want to keep it comfortable. So yeah, we'll just lower the rear a little bit, and this car is good. So we'll finish up the FD and get that car all situated and fitted with its new wheels. G35. So have a little update on that car. We're actually selling it. I had 19s on it. I think it was 19 by 10.5 and 19 by 9.5 in the front. I'm not really sure the offset. I'll throw the specs up right here for you guys that are wondering, but yeah, there were some ESR wheels. Not my favorite. I took them off already and sold them, but right now it's on the stock wheels. And you know, I just decided I think I'm gonna sell that car because we have too many cars, way too many cars, and it's just not manageable at all. So yeah, we're gonna not throw wheels on that car, but I'll throw up some pictures of how it fit before and how it looked before. It was okay, it was nice. Yeah, that'll be it for this video, guys. I'll probably just throw some clips of the FD with all the wheels on, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and hope this helped, you know, as a little fitment guide for you for okay fitment. I don't have the best fitment, but you know, just so you have a general idea of how wheels will fit and how, you know, different setups will look. I'm thinking it's just the driveway, but Jesus Christ, this fitment is trash. All right, guys, and that'll do it. All the cars have wheels on them. The NA, the STI, the FD, and then the NDs with my girlfriend. So, and you guys saw that. That was the first car I put wheels on. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.